Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to test out a couple of new products that I picked up from Ulta and Sephora. I think there's like one thing here from Sephora, but I just wanted to test them out and give y'all some of my first impressions on these products because they recently launched and I just wanted to let y'all know if I think they're worth it or not. So I already did my eye makeup because I didn't pick up any eye products. So the first thing that I picked up was the Milk Hydro Grip Gel Tint. I was really intrigued by this because I wanted something that was a tint that I could wear to like the gym or just on days that I don't feel like wearing a full on foundation. So I picked it up in the color 8 or in the shade 8. Also, I love the packaging on this. It's just like this really pretty blue packaging. And I did test this out in the store just because I wanted to check out the consistency. And I love how gel-like it feels. So I'm excited to see how it will apply on my face. I don't have any primer. The only thing I put on my face today was moisturizer and like my sunscreen. I didn't want to put a primer on because I want to see how this performs on its own. So my face is bare right now. So I'm going to go ahead and I love this packaging. It's so fun and like gives me like summer vibes. Just going to put that much on right now. I'll start slow and I'll go from there. Also, the color may not look like it matches me, but I have a really bad self-tan. So my skin color is a little off right now, but that's my fault. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm using my Dibs dual-sided brush. I like this brush for foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it. It is very, I really like the consistency. It feels like, honestly, like you're putting on a serum, which I really like. This color is good. It is like darker than I usually go, but I also had a self-tan when I picked this color, so I think that's why I picked this shade. But I think this will be fine just for like my summer shade, which is exactly what I wanted this for. I wanted it just for when I'm just not wanting to wear a ton of makeup, but I want coverage. And honestly, this was just one layer, and I feel like it gives a pretty good coverage. It's not like a skin tint that doesn't cover anything, which I really like because sometimes I want a skin tint, but I still want it to look like something. That's why I didn't like the Hourglass skin tint because I felt like it didn't really like do anything. So I'm adding just a little bit more to go on this side of the face. And it feels really like it feels like it's going to really stay on all day because it does feel kind of like a primer too. So that's nice. I like it. I think it looks really good. It is glowy. But I think that's okay, especially for summertime. I think it's nice just to have like a really pretty glow. It doesn't feel greasy at all. Yeah, I think so far it looks really pretty. But definitely glowy. So we're definitely going to have to set it because I don't want to look this shiny all day. I'm just going to put a little bit more, like a tiny dot on this side of my face. I feel like I still have some areas that I want to cover. But yeah, it's looking really nice, really pretty and natural, but still giving me good coverage. But definitely dewy, but we can set that. So I'm not worried about that. So there is the first look at the Milk Skin Tint. So I did pick up a new cream bronzer, and that is the e.l.f. Bronzer and Contour. This is part of their Camo Liquid line. So I'm excited to test this out. I'm going to put this on with my Patrick Ta Bronzer Duo brush. And I got my contour in the color light medium. So I'm only going to put a little bit because I heard this is really pigmented. So I'm going to put a dot here, one here, and one down there. And see how this goes. Ooh, that is very pigmented. So you got to make sure you don't apply too much. Just going to kind of chisel out my cheekbone. And then I'll blend it with the other side. That's usually what I like to do. So I chisel and then I blend it out with the bigger side of the brush. It's blending really nicely. Honestly, it is very pigmented. but it blends out really nicely. So I feel like I like that. I also do like the shade. I was having a little bit of trouble with the Rare Beauty ones because the shades were throwing me off a little bit, but I do like this one, and I like how that looks. It looks really nice. So I definitely think that one dot is definitely enough, because if I would have done two, it would have been way too much. So yeah, I just applied like a small little dot. And again, I'm going to take my contour side of the brush and just chisel out my cheekbones. You can tell I keep my contour pretty high up because I just feel like it gives a better definition to my face than putting it lower. I used to apply my contour really low, but don't do that anymore. But yeah, I think it looks really nice. And again, for the price point, I think this is a really good product because it performs very similar to a lot of high-end products. Okay, the next thing I picked up was a new liquid blush. So I picked up the Glow Recipe Water Glow Niacinamide Dewy Flush. I was really excited to test this because I think this is going to be a really good summer product, especially when you're just not wanting to wear a ton of makeup. So I know that this, well, at least the instructions say that you should apply this as the last step of your skincare routine. I'm not going to do that because I want to see how it looks with actual makeup. So I'm going to just apply it right on top of my makeup like I usually would with any other cream blush. So I love this little bottle. It is so cute. It smells like watermelon, which I was like really excited about. And then it has this really nice little applicator. Lots of very dewy products today, but I was really wanting to just see how I want to do my base routine in the summer. So I'm going to just apply up here. Okay. It smells really good, which is like, I like using products that smell good, especially in the summer, because it just makes me happy. So I don't know if you can see, but that applied a really pretty little flush to my cheeks. Very natural, but definitely there. I'm going to put a little bit more just to see. It's not picking up any of my foundation, which is amazing. Sometimes that happens. It's very watery, though. I feel like it's a very watery blush. I'm also like putting a ton just because like I want y'all to see the color payoff. But that is what that looks like. I feel like you can't really see it on camera as much, but it's actually a really pretty color. So I always over apply liquid blush because I do my concealer after. So I want to make sure that like after I put my concealer and everything that the blush is still there. But I actually really like how this is blending out. It blends out super quickly and easily. And it gives a really pretty, like, natural, I've been in the sun kind of look. So I like that. I'll always set my blush just because I just can't not. But if you wanted to leave it this way, I feel like it would be fine, but I don't know how long it would last just leaving it on like this. But I do think that looks really nice. I'm excited to see if the pigment will actually stay. Usually I'll apply my concealer after my liquid blush. And then if I need to add a little more, I'll just go in after and apply some. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my concealer. I don't have anything new. I use my Kosas Revealer Extra Bright first, and then I'll go in with my Tower 28. I have this one in the color Illusion, and the Tower 28 in the color K-Town. My skin looks really nice, very glowy, but healthy. So I'm just going to take the same brush that I used to apply my blush and just, I'm not adding anymore. I'm just like patting here. So the concealer obviously took some pigment away, but you don't have to do your makeup in this step. I just like doing it like this. So that is the base. And now I don't have any new setting powder, so I'm just going to use my Kosas Candy Cloud Set, and I love this setting powder. I have it in the pink. Yes, the candy. I guess that's the candy color, but it's the pink version of it, and I love it. And I just take a little, whatever these little sponges are called, and I pat it in, and then I always like take some off on my hand because I don't want to put a ton of powder on and kind of like give me dry skin, which honestly this Kosas powder is amazing and it doesn't do that. But I will just apply it right underneath my under eyes like that. And I bring it down a little bit, just like the excess. Like once I apply it here, I'll bring it down a little bit just to give me that blurring effect here. And this is my favorite powder. I used to use just their normal colored one, but then they came out with this pink one and I have been obsessed with it, but I only use it for my under eyes. Bring any of the excess powder down and it just gives you like a really pretty look. And then I'll take the rest and I'll just chisel out my cheekbones a little bit. And yeah, I'll add some on my forehead. I forgot about that. I'll just put a little bit on my forehead because that's where I tend to get a little greasy, but like, look at that. It just, I feel like gave me such a nice little filtered look. That is the base products. And now you don't have to do this, but I always do. I go in and I add my powder products because I just can't leave it like this. I mean, you can definitely, but I feel like I need to set all of my cream products. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer to set my contour. I just like take my Makeup by Mario brush and I always, literally any like powders that I use, I set them because I don't want to have all of the excess kickback on my brush when I apply it. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply here. And this is a great bronzer. I've had it in my collection for a long time. I've hit pan on it already. It just really gives such a airbrushed look to your skin. So that's why I really like it. But I've been neglecting it because I've been using my Giorgio Armani one, which I also really like. But that one is more, I feel like, a sun-kissed look, while as this one is more of a, I don't know, like a airbrushed look. So now I'm going to set my blush, and I'm going to use my favorite blush right now, which is the YSL. I feel like I literally can't stop talking about these products, but the YSL Make Me Blush and the color 87. I love this like pinky color. I've been literally obsessed with it. I use it all the time. I actually think that the combination of these two looks really pretty because this is like a matte blurring powder, and then this gives glow. So I feel like it'll be like a glow from within. So I'm excited to also see how the dewy blush looks throughout the day, but I think it'll look really nice. But so far, so good. So, okay, the next thing that I picked up, I have been seeing this everywhere. And it is the Morphe Cloudlight Soft Glow Veil. This, I feel like, reminds me of my Hourglass powders, and I brought them in here just so that we can compare. But I was, like, really excited to try this because this is only, like, $11. So let me just open this up. They only had 2 colors at my Ulta. I really wanted a lighter one, but this is the only one that they had that I feel like would work for me. But I was kind of going for a, like, glowy look, so like a glowy summer sun-kissed look. So I felt like this one would be okay. This is, I think, the 3rd one in their lineup. And ooh, this feels like nice and expensive. I like that. So this is in the color Golden Hour. So if you can see, it's a little bit more bronzy. So I think that will look nice. I'm just gonna, let me swatch it first just to see. I don't think I've swatched it. So it definitely does have like a little bronzy look. Down here. It's going to be hard to see this because obviously it's just a setting powder. I'm going to use a big fluffy brush, and I think I'm just going to apply it like everywhere because that's how I use my Hourglass ones. But honestly, this packaging, I like it. So I'm going to apply it with this big Morphe brush, and I'm going to, I don't know, I'm just going to put it everywhere, to be honest, because that's how it's like a setting powder, so I feel like that's what this is for. It definitely does give me like a really pretty finish to the skin, which I love these products because I just feel like they're so versatile. They help marry all of your products together. And they just give such a pretty like natural glow from within. So I really like this. I really want to try the lighter color, but this is also really pretty, especially for summertime. And honestly, like when I feel it, it feels very lightweight, very just nice to the touch. And it really reminds me of my Hourglass ones. So I have my Hourglass ones here, and They are very similar, to be honest. Honestly, the Morphe one's a little, like, softer, at least than the one in my Evil Eye palette. So I like that. Morphe, okay, I thought Morphe was like discontinued. So that's actually like a really nice product. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it just gave my skin such a pretty glow. So nice. I like that. Okay. So the next couple of things that I picked up are all lip products. So I picked up the NYX Liquid IV Hydrating Gloss Serum. I got it in the color Hydra Honey. And I've been seeing a lot of people rave about these, so I got those. And then I got 2 of the new L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluronic Lip Oils. I got one in the color Worth It, so it's like a darker pink. And then I also got it in the color Milky Mew. I've been wanting this like very light pink. And also this looks high-end, which I love. And then I also got a lip liner because I never get lip liners from the drugstore. This is in the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the color Player. I've been hearing really good things about these as well. So I'm going to line my lips, and I think we should test out the liquid IVs first, and then I'll wipe it off and try the lip gloss. The liquid IV I heard is like goes on as a lip gloss, but then as it fades, it turns into a lip stain. So I really was excited to hear about that. I've really been into lip stains because I just feel like they're so easy. This kind of reminds me of like the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. It's very soft. I like that. I really love colors like this. I think this is a really comfortable lip liner. It was super easy to go on, glided right on. So now let's just try this liquid IV product. Let's see. It feels very comfortable. It's a lot darker than I thought. I thought it was going to be like, I thought it was going to be pinkier. I don't know why it looked pinkier on when I swatched it. It feels really dark. I don't know if it's just because like my blush is so pink and then this is like very warm. But it feels very comfortable. I like the color payoff. It's a gloss, or I think it's considered a gloss, right? A gloss serum. And it feels really nice on the lips. I don't know. I feel like when I wear my hair in a ponytail like this, I don't like doing like a full face of makeup. So I feel a little off, but I do like how it looks and feels. I want to take this off just to see how it will like create that lip stain. I think that's like the color that would stay on there. I'm not sure, but if it is, I really like it. Obviously I have a lip liner, but I would just have to test this out more. I mean, it feels nice, but I don't know about the color. It feels like really warm. So there's that. I do think it has like a really nice consistency, and it feels really nice, and I feel like it would leave a really pretty stain. I would just have to wear it more often. But for the purpose of the video, I want to also test out the L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluronic Lip Oils. I'm going to put the color Milky Mew on because this is the color that I really have been wanting, and it has a really nice applicator. It smells so good. It smells like Christmas or something. I love that. It is so comfortable, not sticky at all. At all. It feels so comfortable. It does have a plumping effect, but I feel like I really like these. So I know that I feel like these are going to be some of my go-tos. I can already just, as soon as I put it on, I knew that these are the types of lip glosses or lip oils that I love. So I really like these, and I think these colors are going to be great. I love this lip liner too. It was really nice. Overall, everything that I picked up has been, I feel like, a win. I really like the Milk makeup. I think the skin tint looks really nice. It looks very natural, along with the liquid blush and the bronzer that I tried. And then this Morphe powder is really nice as well. I think it just made my skin look very healthy and refreshed and bronzy, which is exactly what I'm looking for in the summer. So honestly, the only thing that I'm kind of like I don't know about is the NYX Lip IV, and that's only because I think the color is a little too warm for me. But I'm going to continue to wear these products, and I'll give y'all an update at the end of the month to see how I've been enjoying them, if I thought that they worked well. And yeah, I think that's everything for today. I feel like I had a pretty successful shopping spree, and I really liked everything I picked up. So if you've tried any of these products, I would love to hear about it. Or if you're looking to pick any of these products up, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.